the biscuit, taste the pain. 3 years running, second place again. We used to lead, now we just chase. Didn't even touch first this time, what a waste. Don't touch that soccer sauce. He's Limp Bizkit smooth, but still no boss. 5 years dry, no shiny prize, just pretty passes and Twitter cries. Taste the biscuit, taste the bluff. It's all clean boots, but not enough. Arteta talks like we're built to win, but silverware's allergic to the North London grin. We brought win the dog, but we lose even more. 3 times second, never the king. And this year, we didn't even lead a thing. Same TikTok reels, same post-match tears, same false dawns for 5 long years. From invincible pride to annual pain, we chase our tail like it's part of the game. Limp Bizkit fence, fans still cheer, but the empty cabinet echoes loud and clear. Taste the biscuit, taste the drought. We talk the loudest, but still missed out. Stinker and hooked. Taste the biscuit, taste the pain. 3 years running.
Second place again. Oh, what a banger. Banger! Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to talk about all the transfer news, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to talk about Nico Gonzalez leaving City, Diaz headed out, Nunes headed out from Liverpool as well. Will Rodrygo join Liverpool, City or Arsenal? And of course, the breaking news right before the stream. Arsenal submit £50 million bid for Noni Madueke. North London forever. You bums. You bums. Anyway, speaking of bums, joining me first and foremost, you get me the biggest rage baiter on YouTube, but we all love him. Man like Wolfie. How you doing, mate?
Yo, man, what a day. What a day. Hey, Kudos has just gone Spurs, by the way.
Yeah, but no one cares about Spurs.
Yeah, no one cares about Spurs. I mean, you know, some days you wake up in the morning and you smell that air after you smell your morning fart, and the air just smells beautiful, bro. Today is one of those days. Leon,
Yes.
so much respect for Leon. The way they've sorted their finances out, got themselves in order, deservedly back in Ligue 1. Madueke. Oh, the obsession continues, man. The obsession continues. Yo, Ashraf is in serious trouble in this stream, bro. Like, has he turned up?
Yeah, of course he's stand up. Anyway,
Yeah.
he's here. Hi, Ashraf.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
big
brother.
up, big up. Salam
Salam
alaikum.
alaikum. How are you doing, mate?
How's everyone doing?
You
Hope
good?
everyone is doing well. I'm good.
Are you
What is
sure?
that behind me? Oh, it's my prayer pants. One second.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need a lot of prayer, mate.
He's been praying. He's been praying a lot.
Why is it showing?
You're gonna need a lot of prayer, habibi.
Maybe I pray 5 times a day. No one dare question me. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of prayers needed, mate. Anyway. So, guys, LB will be joining us. He's a little bit late to the gym, but today we have a special guest. And I absolutely love this guy to pieces. I've worked with him actually a long time ago when I was still a nobody.
And
you know,
he had hair.
for what?
A long time ago when he had hair.
No, not that long ago. He was bald back then too.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
3 years ago, you get me. We were doing a show every Thursday. I still remember to this day. You know, one of the first big content creators to give me a chance. Absolutely love this guy. But he never messaged me. He never reached out to me, give me his number, nothing. You get me? But, you know, we got his number. We're cooking. And man like Just Joe is on the channel. How you doing, Joe, mate?
This is lies, by the way. But yes, I was the one that could see the star that was about to be born with Don Hassam. And we used to get him on, and then he's just gone. And I was like watching, thinking, when am I going to get the call up back? Is this how we move? But I've got it finally, so I'm happy.
Wait, Joe. So
Yeah?
it's your fault. Is that what you're telling us?
Nah, but I
That we
could
have to
see
deal with this.
I could see-
I mean, you're seeing his real personality, isn't it? He used you, abused you, then ditched you. Is what you've been saying.
No.
Used the abused. You fucking hell. Am I doing Leeds content? You fraud.
We're back now,
I
so
don't
it
do
makes
Leeds
sense to
content.
me to be
And
back.
Joe will tell you, I'm also in his comment section quite a bit. He'll tell
Yes,
you.
he
I
is.
play it.
Yes, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big up.
Mm,
Yeah, he's a
mm.
good guy. Unlike
Sometimes
you, do you know what? Listen to this. Wolfie, you are winding up so many fans, right? I got a message off a Sheffield United content creator going, I've just called that Wolfie out on stream. I went, oh, he's actually a good guy, you know. He just baits people. And he's like, oh, I fell for it. He was
What's he gonna call out, man? You seen what they did to Tyler Binden? Disgusting. Disgusting. Who was it?
I'll tell you afterward.
Let's go. Let's go. YouTube gossip. I'm all for it. Anyway, guys, listen. Before we get this party started, let me just read these two. Hussam, I'm gonna get the Napoli jersey for the wall. If Nunes goes to Napoli, 100%, I'm a man of my word. I'm buying the Napoli jersey and hanging it up. Thank you, Napoli. Forza Napoli per sempre, whatever the fuck they say. You get me? I'm a Napoli fan forever. Thank you for saving me. Big up to you, Mina. Big up to Mark, not Mark, says, kudos to Spurs, Bomba, Ornstein. And Spurs are only paying 5 million more for Kudus than Arsenal are for Noni Madueke. Well done. Andrea Berta is cooking. Let's
If it
go.
doesn't get rejected, bro. It might get rejected. They might say we want more.
Yeah, they might actually do 50 plus 5. You never know. You know, package. You never know. Abudi, hala wallah bil ghali. He says, genuinely mean this with my whole heart. You cronkies, you colluding frauds. I gave them a chance this summer, but I officially washed my hands for this shit. Listen, I'm just going to say something before we give the mic to Ashraf and let him talk. I respect every Arsenal fan in this moment in time who calls out their club like Aboud and others in the chat who say it as it is. Guys, I'm telling you this as a football content creator, even with the cameras on me and being clipped at any moment in time, don't just praise everything your club does. Take a step back and constructively criticize shit that deserves to get criticized. There is no world in which Madueke for 50 fucking million pounds is a good idea. Okay? Let's just all be objective about this. Aboud, I love you and appreciate you as my brother. You get me? And imagine he takes the number 14 as well. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Listen, we haven't even started the show yet. We already have 940 people locked in. Thank you guys so much. We're already almost at 1,000 people. Please like the video and subscribe. You guys know how the show gets. I don't want to keep interrupting the show to tell you guys to like and subscribe. So please do like the video. Please do subscribe. LB will be joining us in 5 to 10 minutes as well. So he's on his way. So just hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel. Just Joe Football Show is in the description. Ashraf Talks Football. Forest Fan TV. It's LB and more LB. Everything is in the description. Go give them all a subscribe. Mods, keep pushing the likes as well. Let's get to 500 likes ASAP. Ashraf, 50 million pound bid, Madueke. And actually, more bad news for you, to be fair, even though I don't think it's going to eventually you're going to sign him. But it seems like the Gyokeres thing has stalled over 5 million. So what do you make of this Arsenal situation right now?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Somebody needs to get fired over this, bro. Honestly, I didn't even know he put in a bid. I just heard you say it like now. And that's when I checked and I saw Fabrizio actually tweeted it. So, yeah, it's a stupid. We're a stupid club, honestly, a stupid football club. Like, I don't know how we're moving 50 million for a player who's so damn average. We have 3, if you don't even count Saka, 3 wingers that are better than him. 3, like including Waneri. that are all better than him, and we're doing this crap. Like it's the most idiotic thing. We do one thing right with Gyokeres, and then we take like 2 steps backward with this bomb of a footballer.
By the way, I
I'm
think
not
you're
worried
speaking from your laptop mic.
Yeah, I am. That's how.
How bad things are, man.
That's how bad things are, yeah?
He
He
doesn't
even
even
said
want to be heard,
mic.
man. He doesn't want to be heard.
Fails,
It's a.
fails.
it's
I'm
pretty
sorry, Ash. You know I love you.
The mic is fine now, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think the Gyokeres thing will get done. Honestly, wallah, I'm actually seething. I'm not even like joking. I'm so pissed off because I genuinely thought we're not gonna do it. I saw 50 million bid now for Fabrizio, and it's the worst time. I'm not worried about Gyokeres because I think for 5 million, I think we will figure that out and we'll get it sorted. Especially given that the player said it's only Arsenal and no other club, so I think we'll get that done. But this Madueke thing is just boiling my blood, man. Honestly,
How
and
have they
people.
managed- How have they managed
Sorry?
to almost? Sorry, how have they managed to almost double their money on him? In like they paid 28 million. I just
Because we move like cocks. That's the only way I can say it. Like that's just how we are, honestly. Like we've done that for Havertz, we've done that for Madueke right now. People are sitting there deluded thinking, yeah, but if we get Madueke and Eze and Rodrygo and Gyokeres and we keep Waneri, then it doesn't really matter. Like you're stupid if you think that's gonna happen. You're stupid if you think we're gonna be getting Eze and Rodrygo and Gyokeres and also keep Waneri, but also get Madueke. It's not gonna happen. That means one other signing is being cancelled. That's for sure.
Yo, Ashraf,
it's
you
just-
told us this was a smoke screen, though.
I didn't. What do you mean?
You said this
I've never said that.
Madueke
I
was
don't
smoke screen for
I don't
Rodrygo.
trust this club whatsoever to be say. No, I said I think we'll still go for Rodrygo, but that's not the point. Why are we going for Rodrygo and his bum? We have Waneri, who's in my opinion, he's a better player than him, even on the right wing. And I know that's not actually Waneri's position, and I know it is where Madueke plays mainly, but it's not better. And then you have people like Boston and all who have Arteta's balls deep down their throats, saying, "Oh yeah, watch us sign all these players right now." But when we don't sign all of them, he'll disappear. It's so frustrating, man. Honestly, we cannot be doing one thing right one day and then seeing the other stuff like get this bad. 15 million. Do we have like does Chelsea have like some email on us that they're suing us with every single year? Hey, give us 65 million. It's like we're their bitch. Honestly, give us 65 million, or we're gonna release this to the media. What do they have on us? Honestly, that we are just giving them money and helping them financially, allowing them to go buy players. It's mental, man. Honestly,
And you're
it's
not
mental.
even going in to buy a good Chelsea player. It's not like Arsenal are bidding for Cucurella or bidding for like
Or Caicedo, or
Lavia,
Lavia, even if it's injury prone. I would
Lavia
say
even. No, none of these
Yeah.
guys.
Madueke. Like, if the fact that Chelsea fans are so happy getting rid of him, shouldn't that tell you something? Shouldn't that tell you that they don't want him that bad? When they're celebrating getting rid of their Champions League scorer in the final, and they don't even consider him a legend, shouldn't that tell you something? When the entire Arsenal fan, oh, not entire, because you do have some morons, like, I don't want to name them, but when you have majority of the fan base, when you have majority of the fan base tweeting, say no to Madueke. I went to the hashtag as well, by the way. I saw the trend, I joined in. I put hashtag say no to Madueke. I thought maybe it'll reach our club and they'll actually say, damn, you know what?
There's a counter one. There's a yes to Madueke as well, guys.
Lee Gunners
ridiculous,
leading it, man.
It's ridiculous, man. Honestly, like, and again, if anyone thinks we're gonna win the league or challenge for the league with these kind of signings, it's not gonna happen. Honestly, unless we get Rodrygo and Gyokeres and keep Waneri, this signing is
I was
going
going to say, are you worried about Ethan Waneri now?
tremendously because he's asking for minutes and rightly so. I get he's only 18, I understand that, but he thinks he's that talented that he should be playing more. When he sees us signing Madueke, he's obviously going to think that his game time is going to be affected, right? Like, and we were linked with Eze as well, so he's probably thinking, okay, where the hell am I going to play? So I am worried 100%, and if we end up letting go of Waneri and signing this bum, honestly, at least 3-4 people should get fired. I don't know who, but they should get fired. It's just mental, man.
I'll take Waneri, man. We'll take him. Don't worry.
Oh my god, you still
Take him
I'm
on
yet
loan.
to see you say no to a player this transfer window, bro. Like, have some standards, man.
Bro, man, we just need to stay
Wait,
in
are
the-
you saying Waneri's not good for Leeds?
I know
Wolfie?
he's
No,
amazing.
I'm saying Joe says yes to anyone, man. He's the Bonnie Blue of the freaking YouTube world right now. He'll take players from Southampton. He'll take them from Burnley.
I'm
From
entirely
anyone,
giving him
man.
it. Listen, we're getting Sean Longstaff, man. He locked up PSG, so don't worry about that, man.
Sean Longshaft, man. That's a good sign right there, man. Yeah, but Ashraf, you know how you said, look at what the Chelsea fans are saying? That tells you everything. I think you're looking in the wrong area, man. Look at what Igal is saying. If Igal is against this, right, that tells you everything.
Okay, how about we do
Everything
something
you-
fun together? Can we open Igal's stream in new tab and just watch him lose his shit for a little bit?
Yeah,
Is he
apparently
live?
he's
Is he
going
live?
mental according to the comments.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
do it. Oh, yeah,
Fuck
man. I need some
Let's
popcorn.
do it. Here we go. Here we go. I can watch along right here.
What the hell do Chelsea board have on our board members? What do they have
That's
on?
what I said.
Why? Why?
Yes, Igal. Yes.
Get me Eze. Get me Rodrygo. Those are the guys that are going to make a difference. I'm sorry. This makes no sense in any way, shape, or form. If the deal was 35 million, if the deal was 40 million, I would understand. Wallahi,
No,
I
I wouldn't.
genuinely understand from the bottom of my heart if the deal made some financial sense. But why on earth would we pay 50 million? Why? Fabrizio, something has to be off. This does not make any sense. This doesn't make any sense at all. Why any football club would go out of their way to go and sign a backup for 50 million before and going and securing your top targets. Right?
How can he say that?
We haven't even gotten Gyokeres done yet. We're still negotiating the fee. We haven't even gotten, what do you call it, Rodrygo or Eze even close to bidding. But you're sitting here telling me this is, I'm supposed to believe this? I need to calm myself down. I need to calm down.
I love this Igal.
Let's go from the beginning. Madueke is not worth 50 million, simply put. Madueke is not worth 50 million pounds. And whichever way you slice it, he is not worth 50 million pounds. Madueke at best is a 35 to 40 million pound player. At best. At best.
He's not even 25 million player. 45 million is mad. What you're saying 45 million is acceptable, but 50 million is
Exactly,
oh my god.
exactly.
What
Yeah.
are you on about? What are you on about, honestly, man? What are you on about? And then you'll go praise the manager a month later saying, oh, by the way, I'm not blaming the manager solely for this. It's on him and Berta. But apparently, according to reports, both wanted it, or at least Arteta wanted him first, and it obviously is being pushed by Berta as well. So nothing beyond 20 million is okay for Madueke, and only if he's coming to be backup only. That's it. He's not. We're not planning to make him a starter no matter what happens. If you're bringing him as a solution to give him like 20, 30 Premier League games where he starts, bruh. Something, like, I don't know, man. Someone needs to lose
Why are
their
you
job.
like so speechless? You usually speak like you speak properly on these topics.
He's angry.
Yeah,
man.
because
angry.
yeah, first of all, I'm seething, as I said. And secondly, again, this people need to understand, are you trying to go for top 4 next season or win the league? If you're trying to go for top 4, then make all those signings. It doesn't matter. We'll comfortably get top 4. We're that good, like, compared to the other teams. But if you're saying you're trying to win a league title, you're taking a step backwards by signing Madueke. Everything I'm saying when it comes to signings, who should come in, who should leave, everything that I'm talking about when it comes to players and the manager is with the intention of we need to win the league next season. Remember, winning the league does not mean just be better than what you were last season. It means being better than Liverpool and City over the course of 38 games.
And
We
Forest.
already have, and I've said this, please stop. I already said this before. We already have an inferior manager to both teams. We cannot go in without having a superior squad to them to try and level it up at least. Because right now, We're going in with an inferior manager and potentially an inferior squad.
But what you said there about the money, I
serious
think
deal's
it's irrelevant.
Rodrygo in it, and you're not going to do that. But that's the one that is the serious one. Like, oh, that makes your opponents, Liverpool, etc., all them stand back and go, oh wow, okay, that's going to do something. But yeah, for you to opt for Madueke, it's levels below. Yeah, I don't understand it.
No,
either,
and the
because-
annoying thing is they'll tell you shit like, well, we're waiting for the Club World Cup to finish. Well, why aren't you waiting for the Club World Cup for Madueke? He's in the same Club World Cup. He's
He's out
playing.
there,
He's
true.
coming off the bench. He's playing
I'll
games. Maresca is coming and talking, saying, "Oh, I'm sure Madueke is not being swayed by these transfer news. He's focused. Blah blah blah." Okay, so Madueke is playing. Why are we signing with him and agreeing terms with him, and we cannot do something similar with Rodrygo? Rodrygo's already unhappy. He's already not starting games. Every single game they're playing in the Club World Cup, he's on the bench, barely coming on sometimes. What is stopping you from going and talking to his agent and saying, what would it take to make it happen? He's the starting left winger. You think Real Madrid are going to say, shh, don't talk to us. We're in a Club World Cup. They'll negotiate. The agent and the board and whatever are not on the pitch playing football. They can do transfers and talk at the same time. It's not like Xabi Alonso sitting there saying, hey, listen, I cannot sign this clause of Rodrygo leaving because I'm busy managing the games. What are you on about? You can have a conversation and strike a deal. This is ridiculous, man. It's honestly
But Ashraf,
ridiculous.
the point you made about even 20 million is too much, yeah? I think you need to go a step further. The fact you're linked with him, that's where it starts and ends for me. Just tells me about the mindset.
No one
of
can say
this
Bert
club.
is cooking anymore. That's done now.
Bro,
No,
what
no
LB
cooking.
said the
Even
other
if he
day,
gets
man,
Gyokeres.
that word needs to be added into the dictionary. Arsenal are unserious. That needs to be added into the dictionary because you are, man. Get Gyokeres over the line. You don't get Rodrygo now. How do you get Rodrygo? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know how your team sets up now. Because why would he go from potential? Look, he has more chance of starting on the right-hand side at Chelsea than he does at Arsenal. Would we all agree on that? He's not displacing Saka. So
No
for
chance.
him to come as a backup when it's a World Cup year, when he's trying to get into the England squad, when he needs game time, it is more likely he would get game time on the right-hand side at Chelsea than the right-hand side at Arsenal. Therefore, if you follow this logic through, it sounds to me like you're bringing him in for your left-hand side. And that's crazy. That's crazy.
Especially when we have two players in the team better than him on the left side. Trossard and Martinelli are better than Madueke on the left. It's ridiculous, man. Honestly, it's
You know that
stupidity.
Simpsons meme, man? Like, it feels hard to even take the piss out of the Arsenal fans now. You know, they're like, he's
What
already
was
dead.
wrong? Speak for yourself.
He's already dead, man. Stop kicking him.
And
they're
watch
doing all the
Chelsea
kicking
take that
themselves.
money. Watch Chelsea take that money and
Get
reinvest
Rodrygo.
it properly in a better player.
Get
No,
Rodrygo,
maybe not
man.
Rodrygo. Maybe not Rodrygo or a better right winger or a midfield or a centre back. I don't know what they'll do, but they will make sure that it's strengthened correctly. That's what we do. That's what they did when we gave them the Kai Havertz money. Bro, honestly,
LB.
we get fleeced by
Bro,
these
if they
clubs.
get Rodrygo now, oh
What's
my
happening, man?
God.
Yes, brother, you're in a title race with me and Ashraf.
And
Madueke.
No, with you, not with me. Unless we get Rodrygo and Gyokeres, not with me. Right now, it's
Talk
just you two.
to me, LB. Madueke headed to the Arsenal. What do you think?
I can't believe this is actually a thing, bro. I'll be real. I think it's awful. The price is irrelevant. The player's not good enough. So I was listening on the way home. Then I was in the car. I had the stream on. I heard Igal saying if it was 30 million, it'd be okay.
Mm.
No, it wouldn't. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. When you're going for a title, you need good players. Madueke is not a good player. He's not good enough. He's not good enough to be a backup. He's not good enough to be a competitor to Saka. It's a terrible signing, man, in my opinion. Yeah, and no price would make this good, bro. No price at all. I cannot believe they're buying him in the first place. And secondly, I cannot believe they're about to spend 50 million quid on him. That is absolutely outrageous. Outrageous. And if they're bringing him in to start on the left, yeah, then that's even worse, bro. That's even worse because that's just shambolic. It's just unbelievable, bro. Like I was saying this, I was on with Terry the other day. I was like, we're speaking about Gyokeres. And I've slagged off Arsenal for time. I think they deserved it. 800 million, won nothing in 6 years. I think they deserve to be slagged off. But this year, I started to, it was only 3 days ago. I was like, you know what? They're making me think that this summer they're going in the right direction. Like with Subamendi, Gyokeres, and then you're thinking to yourself, as a like, take my City bias off, thinking to myself as a football fan, I'm going, go on then. Go and get Rodrygo out of Real Madrid and go and get a proper backup or someone that can compete with Saka, and you're right there. And then they go and they're getting Madueke for 50 million. It's unbelievable, mate. It's like they take 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. They did it with Rice. Yeah, sign Rice, great signing. And then what else do they do? They don't go that 1 step further. I think it's just shambolic. I think it's shambolic, mate. Whoever's signing this player, whether it's Arteta, whether it's Berta, they should be fired, mate. Real talk, man.
I think you got it the wrong way around. It's 1 step forward, not 2, and then 2 steps back.
Bring back Edu. Bring back Edu. That should be the.
Edu wanted a bigger club, mate. Edu wanted a bigger club. We went in there, took about. They all told me Edu was the problem. They go, oh, Berta madness incoming. Oh, we didn't buy in January because Berta's put in his master plan together, and then his master plan is nonny, man. Nonny. Oh my god. Oh,
you know what they'll do as well, these Arsenal fans, yeah, these Arsenal fans who just back everything that goes on at the football club. They'll gas up this Madueke signing, yeah. And then when they don't win nothing again next season, they'll go, oh, Arteta wasn't backed properly.
Cronky,
give him more time. Oh, it's cronky. It's have a bit of fucking accountability for some of your shit signings. £800 million they've done. 800 million.
I guarantee you, this is an Arteta signing. I guarantee you. I guarantee you Arteta's what I want.
How is he allowed to sign players, bro? Real talk, mate. Yeah, Havertz, Vieira, Madueke, yeah, Marino,
Lokonga,
Sterling,
Calafiore,
Sterling.
Bro, everyone goes on about City buying loads of players and that, spend a lot of money. Arsenal spend fucking shitloads of money.
And get away with it.
They do. Bro, they go, oh, you can spend this much money this week. They spent 30-odd million pounds on Zinchenko, didn't like him, so then they spent another 40 million euros on Calafiore and ended up with an academy player playing at left back. Yeah, they went and signed Gabriel Jesus for 50 million, didn't like him, went and signed Havertz for 65 million, don't like him, go and buy Gyokeres. Yeah, they bought Fabio Vieira, didn't like him, bought Marino, didn't like him, they're buying another one. They just waste money, mate. They waste money like it's confetti. It's unbelievable, bro. And this Madueke signing, yeah, is absolutely incredible. How they're doing this is just wild. Like, why on earth are they doing this? What does he bring to Arsenal Football Club? What does he bring?
And that's the thing for me. That's the thing that I want to speak about. First of all, big up to Tapello, who says Chelsea sells different. Elite selling club. Nani 50 plus 5, Nkunku 50, Jackson 60, Chalaba 35. Palace going to pay 40 million for Dewsbury Hall once Eze leaves, is what Tapello saying. Yeah, of course. Credit to Chelsea for even asking for that money.
Is this Arsenal shopping list? Is this Arsenal shopping list for the summer, man? That's what we're looking at.
Next, imagine they sign Nicholas Jackson. First of all, you guys, we can't have 1,500 people in here. We're not even at 300 likes yet. We have 2 bald legends on the stream. You got Ashraf, you got myself, and then you have Wolfie. Come on, man. I like the video.
3 Arabs and 2 boldies, man. That's
you
get it's a northern thing.
Get the likes up right now. Every single one of you guys.
I'm more northern than you, bro.
And go subscribe to all these guys.
I'm more northern than you.
How's
we
that?
spent now Florian Wirtz is a bargain now.
Yorkshire.
Wirtz is actually a bargain.
in Edinburgh. Hold that.
That's a different country. That's not northern.
More northern than you, bro. What you said?
Scotland, you madhead. You're Scottish, so you're not even English.
Which is more northern? Yorkshire or
it's not in the same country.
Which is more northern?
Why are you not a Celtic or Rangers fan, man? What's going on here?
Bro, that's Glasgow, bro. That's Glasgow. Like, don't be racist about my fellow countrymen, right?
Oh, here we go. Wolfie trying to cancel someone again.
I'm born in England. Why you not?
Wolfie cancel Olympics.
Man? I mean, seriously.
101. Anyway. Let me just read these 2 before I say this on Madueke. We spent the price of 2 Maduekes on Wirtz. Wirtz is now factually it's like a steal, given how much Arsenal are paying for fucking Madueke, bro. I think with Chelsea, is like players get a 2-year trial when they sign. If they are good, they stay. If not, they sell quickly. Okay, Tiang Yang, here's the problem. This is fantastic from Chelsea's perspective, but we're talking from Arsenal's perspective. Why the fuck are you helping Chelsea out paying 50 plus 5 for Noni Madueke? My theory, Berta had to concede to Arteta about Madueke in order to get Gyokeres because this is still Arteta FC after all. I think that's more
Seems
Ashraf's
like
logic
it.
as well. Like that's why he's so insistent that he thinks Madueke is an Arteta signing. Thank you to all the super chatters. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. As I said, let me just say this. I'm gonna take the point that LB just said. Look, the problem is not the price tag for me. The problem is the player. The player's fucking shit. Noni Madueke scored 1 super hat-trick and in the other 31 games scored 3 goals. So you don't look at the benchmark as the outlier and go like, oh, Madueke scored 7 in 31. Yeah, in 32. No, actually he scored 3 in 31 and he scored 4 in 1 game. So the problem is with this conversation is the following. Madueke is shit. That's the truth. The truth of the matter is Madueke is shit. It's not about price tag. It's not about 50 million, 10 million. The problem is he's crap. And Liverpool currently need a backup right winger. If you offer me right now, would I take Nwaneri as backup right winger? Or would I take Madueke as backup right winger? I'm choosing Nwaneri all day. All day I'm choosing Nwaneri as backup right winger because guess what? I think Nwaneri is better than Madueke now. I think this signing makes absolutely zero sense for Arsenal Football Club. I think also all Arsenal fans need to call up the club, whether it be Arteta or whether it be Berta, because this is just a bullshit signing. And the truth of the matter is,
Joe, would you take him?
you know, people act like, oh, emotions are not part of the sport. Emotions are part of the sport. Why are you getting yet another Chelsea bum to this team? Why? Petr Cech, Raheem Sterling, Willian. While the other way around, it's a different thing. Because the other way around, Chelsea get Ashley Cole, Chelsea get Giroud, Chelsea get like good / very good / incredible players from Arsenal, while Arsenal just get shit players from Chelsea. That's the thing. Like essentially, you want to know what Arsenal just did? Arsenal just funded the Joao Pedro move with 1 transfer, and actually Chelsea got the better player in Joao Pedro. Arsenal would have been better off buying Joao Pedro for 50 million than Noni Madueke for 50 million and keeping Joao Pedro as a backup 10, as a backup striker, etc. And that's the thing. The truth of the matter is, this is a pathetic signing from Arsenal. There is no excusing it. There is nothing good about this. If the likes of even Igala is losing his shit, then you know that this is a horrendous signing. If Igala is saying it's bad, then that's when you know it's like real bad right there. And I think generally there is absolutely
back
zero
in the
excuses.
transfer. You know that's also like man just goes for the opposite.
You know what's worse?
Forest sold Ilanga for 50. I think Ilanga's way better than Madueke.
55.
Yeah, but that's what Chelsea want to get, 50 plus 5.
Yeah, but you know what's funnier is when you put it into euros, it's 58 million euros. It sounds even worse. plus what would be about 8 million. Oh man.
Ashraf, where did the club go from here? Talk to me.
Yeah, we
Why
go
is
back
so
to top
depressed
4
when you
race.
talk?
Honestly,
You
man,
always
because
talk.
What do you
I
mean?
was
Why is he
super
so
happy.
depressed, bro?
I was super happy yesterday and day before when I thought, oh, the Madueke thing is going away. We're signing Gyokeres. I think inshallah we'll get Rodrygo. But yeah, man, I don't know what the hell is going on, honestly. Like I genuinely feel there's someone at Arsenal maybe trying to sabotage the club, thinking like, no, we can't let them win shit. I honestly don't know what the hell is going on. 50 million. 50. And by the way, you know what's scary? What's scary is he's coming to start. Because 50 million, Arsenal are not that kind of club that would spend that kind of money to put a player on the bench. We're not that kind of club. I know City and other clubs like that have done that before. We don't do that. When I was living in Copium when I said, yeah, I know we spent 65 million on Havertz, but I guarantee he'll be on the bench. It'll be Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. It'll be Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli. We're good. As a backup, he's not bad. I was wrong. He was not only coming to start, he was coming to start as an 8. Forget striker. He was coming to start as a midfielder, where he has the least touches, no assists, no chance created, no shots, no goals. One pity penalty goal he got against Bournemouth because the team felt bad for him and said, hey, Havertz, come take a penalty.
He scored open play against my team last season, if that makes you feel better.
No, I'm talking about the first season when he joined, 23-24, when he was playing as an 8. It's ridiculous, man, honestly.
What do you think about Gyokeres deals falling?
No, I don't think that's an issue. The president is obviously trying to play hardball and get as much money as he can. I think Gyokeres has made it harder for him because he said, I only want Arsenal and no other club. So that he cannot even play the game of this club is offering this or that club is offering this. So I think we're just playing hardball because we know we've got them where we want them. So I'm not that fussed about that. But honestly, I'm genuinely saying this. Us getting Gyokeres and getting Maduek, it cancels itself out. Yes, we get a better striker, but we have someone who's going to ruin the team anyways. Either on the left wing, either by pushing for more minutes, whatever the hell they're going to fit him, I don't know. I think that kind of cancels itself out. Like, it cancels itself out.
Wait. Let me ask you this, right? Would you rather get Sesko and no left winger, or Gyokeres and Madueke?
Sesko and no left winger.
No new left winger. So you end up with Martinelli, Trossard.
No, of course, I'd rather get Gyokeres over Sesko any day. And Madueke for me, Madueke versus nobody is the same thing. So you cancel both out. The rest is Gyokeres and Sesko. Obviously, Gyokeres is better. But if we end up playing Madueke on the left wing, I'm telling you guys, like, oh man.
Yeah, but what if he turns out to be good? Have you let that thought? No, I'm serious, man. This guy's an England international, bro. This guy's motivated. This guy wants to play in the World Cup.
He's an England international because it's friendlies and they take different players to try them out. Not because he's actually going to be taken to the World Cup or the Euros.
This guy isn't as bad as you're making him out to be. The fact Joe would take him at Chelsea.
Garbage. He is garbage. I'm sorry, no offense to Joe, but of course it's Leeds. No offense, like historic club, but they're not where we are right now. But bro, like he is a garbage player. This is exactly the same thing you guys tried to do with Norgard. He's an average footballer.
No, this is the same
Norgard is average. Madueke is average.
Wolfie, what are you chatting? Because Noni Madueke would improve Forest now that you've lost Alanga. So where you getting this?
Wait, Joe.
I cannot wait for the downfall of Wolfie and Nottingham Forest. I cannot wait.
Joe, there's a reason you're on the bottom side of this panel, right? You've just got back in.
The City? I'll take it, bro.
The 115. You just got yourself back in, right? Don't try and start jumping levels, right? It's been a while since we slapped 7 past you. I get it, right? Just like, just get your feet comfortable under the desk first and then start. All right. Let's see what you get. All right. Before you start saying. But he doesn't get into my squad. He doesn't even get into my squad. How about that?
That's lies though. If we're being honest, right? And everyone will agree with me on this panel. Madueke, might be a joke signing for Arsenal, but not for Nottingham Forest.
Not for Forest, yeah, that I
agree.
Bro,
we're getting Bakayoko potentially. We're getting Fofana, yeah? We're getting some serious wingers. Not some deadbeat, wannabe international freaking England winger that secretly Ashraf's really excited about, but has to play the narrative that he's unhappy about, right? So we're not getting one of them.
I'll travel to Scotland and find you, Wolfie. I'm not joking.
No, I was born there, bro. I'm not there now.
No, but two homeless guys beefing.
I just see that.
I'll take it.
I love this right here.
Cunningham, you're saying Ashraf.
Wait, one second.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who thinks Madueke will cook at Arsenal? Arteta will turn him into a world-class player.
I see it.
Why didn't he turn Havertz into a world-class player? Right?
He turned him into a world-class striker.
Why didn't he turn Willian, or why didn't he continue playing Willian as a world-class winger? Right? Because he told Willian we'll win the Champions League in 3 seasons. And Willian is like, oh, I'm so excited about the project. Why did that flop? Like, let's not be deluded. Let's not be deluded. And D, nobody's setting me up. If you think this is going to work, you're being deluded as well. You're asking me to be excited over an average footballer like Madueke, over an average signing like Norgard. Again, it depends on what your aim is. If your aim is next season, just let's stay in the top 4. If we challenge, we challenge. If we don't challenge, fair enough. Then yeah, I agree. Whatever we're doing, it makes sense.
Yeah,
but if your aim is we have to win the league, we are not doing enough to win the league. Because you have to remember, we're not going up against Chelsea next season. No disrespect to them. We're not going up against United. We're not even going up against City only. We're going up against Liverpool, who just won the league, who signed Wirtz, who got Frimpong, who got Gyokeres, so they got stronger. You cannot just get better. You have to get better than them. And right now, in my opinion, we've regressed. Unless we sign Gyokeres and Rodrygo.
Do you think you've signed him just so you don't finish second and maybe finish third this season?
Stop with the bad.
Bro, this guy, bro.
I
You're
just said,
actually the biggest rage baiter on this whole like.
I'm
panel
just
and
trying.
on
No,
this
I'm
list.
legit trying to find
No.
logical reasons, but because it's either that or he's got a dick pic. There's nothing else I can think of, man.
He's
It's one
arrogant.
or the other.
Bro, this manager, yeah, Arteta, he's arrogant manager. You see how he speaks in interviews. You see how he speaks in press conferences. The guy's won fuck all. Yeah, well, he's won one FA Cup. Yeah, and they spent best
Not
part of
his
£1 billion and won nothing. Yeah, he's an arrogant manager who thinks he knows better than everybody else. That's why he put 65 million quid on Kai Havertz, and everybody in the footballing world went, "What the hell are you doing?" But he thought he knew best. Yeah, and then he tried to save it by playing him as a striker, which everyone thought worked, but didn't work. That's why they buying a new striker. Yeah, he's arrogant, mate. He's an arrogant manager. Like, I've never seen such an arrogant manager in press conference, and the guy can't even back it with trophies and that. Like, I hear this guy in press conferences and that, and after games and interviews and that. I can't believe some of the shit that this guy says, man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable,
I was
mate.
seeing how excited as well the Chelsea fans are in the chat. For me, that tells me all.
Because Chelsea fans know, and I don't know if this is true. Apparently, Chelsea have rejected 50 million quid. Yeah, which is crazy.
They
if that's
rejected
true.
45 plus 5. Arsenal just sent 50 today.
Wait, there's been another bid. So this is a second bid.
This is what happened. Arsenal bid 45 plus 5. Chelsea rejected. That's why Ashraf was happy. Today, literally just an hour ago.
Wallahi, man.
Bro, literally Fabrizio right here. I'm going to read you the tweet right now.
I
from
know
Fabrizio.
this one. I didn't know there was a previous
No,
one.
there was another bid. This is the news now.
Oh, this
Just
is so shameless.
watch this. Watch
man.
exactly under an hour ago. Arsenal have submitted initial bid for Noni Madueke around 50 million package.
No,
Chelsea want
initial
more
bids.
than 50 million fixed as Ilanga. Similar deals remain their reference.
By the way,
Good
if it says
relationship between clubs
initial means
as
that's the
talks
first
continue.
bid, no?
And Madueke have already agreed personal terms with
No,
us.
so
Do
thanks
you
to
not
Mike
think
Wells,
Chelsea are
Arsenal are
playing a
going
bit
to
of
pay
a
more.
dangerous? Do you not think Chelsea are playing a dangerous game though, rejecting
Yeah,
these bids?
very.
Because you see the reaction from Chelsea to Arsenal fans online. Do you not reckon Arsenal might just be like, you know what, fuck this, we'll walk away?
I don't think so.
You know, reckon?
No, it's not even that.
Because
If
there was a
Arsenal's
negative
limit is
reaction as well
50.
around the likes of Havertz.
Yeah,
and they
I
still
agree,
don't.
Hussam. How does that mean 2 bids? You just said initial bid. That means this is the first
that's
bid.
my point.
No, but there was a first bid. You remember?
That wasn't a bid. They
What
were
does initial
discussing it,
mean?
but they never really bid.
Yeah.
They were
but
planning
start.
to do
They were
that.
discussing 45 plus 5. Now it's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Imagine
initial
Arsenal
is
did
one.
50 plus
This is
5.
the first bid, Hussam, though.
Yeah, it is the first bid, yeah.
Okay,
Otherwise-
fair enough. First round was just discussions then.
Guilt wallahi, man. I mean, seriously.
But keep this in mind. LB, he's agreed personal terms. That's the thing. Like, he's already agreed contract terms. You do realize when they say agreed personal terms, like 99% guys gone.
Why are Arsenal not getting Kudus?
He's just 5 million more.
Because he wants Spurs.
No, but let's have a proper conversation on that. Why are Arsenal signing Madueke instead of going and getting someone like a Kudus?
Okay, so
my
I have the
thought.
answer for that, but it's still not the correct thing to get Madueke because Kudus is not going to want to come to a team where he doesn't get guaranteed starting position, right? Which he's never going to get at Arsenal, obviously, with Saka there. Nobody will start at Arsenal over Saka unless you're Lamine Yamal, for example. But that doesn't mean you go for Madueke. That's the annoying part.
I disagree. I disagree with that.
Forest
I
are getting a better
disagree.
right winger than us.
I disagree with you.
Forest.
I disagree. How come City managed to get Sane, Sterling, and Mahrez?
Because LB, that's so disingenuous.
'Cause
Because
you're
your
not
club is winning
unserious.
trophies. When you're winning trophies, it's easier to convince someone to come and battle it out. Because worst case scenario, you get a trophy.
You get-
You're
you
not.
sign
And I don't.
Kudus.
When I say
Not being
trophy, I
funny,
don't mean
you
like
sign
League
Kudus
Cup. I
from
mean
West
Premier
Ham,
League.
and you decide, so why would he not come to Arsenal? You're telling me
Because
that
he
if
also
had Arsenal,
rejected
Tottenham-
Chelsea. Because he also rejected Chelsea for the same reason. He wants to come to a team where he knows
Nah,
I am
don't buy
starting here no matter what the hell happens. This
Don't
is
buy it.
my team, and I'm the main guy
Like,
here.
Kudus could
Maybe-
start on the left. He could start on the left.
No,
He
he
can
cannot.
play
Stop it.
anywhere, Kudus,
Yes,
man.
he can.
No,
play
he
anywhere
cannot.
across the
No, he
fucking
cannot.
field,
He's
bro.
a right winger.
Positions
He's a
for
right
West
winger.
Ham.
He can play anywhere.
And
across
he's
the front
awful
line.
as a left winger. He's not good as a left winger. He's good as a right winger or as a 10. But he's not good as a left winger.
Yeah, but you know
That's the
what?
same
He's
issue.
better than Madueke on the left.
He's okay, but I would not take him over Martinelli or Trossard as a left. Why do we have this thing of a guy killing it on one wing and we'll say, well, we can play on the other wing. You're better than that's so weird. He's a right winger. He's not a left winger.
Who would you rather have on that left
Or
wing?
an attacking
Madueke or
midfielder, for
Kudus? Who would you rather have? Madueke or Kudus?
Neither. I swear to you, neither.
I didn't
I'd rather have
give you that
Martinelli.
option.
I have an option. I have Martinelli or Trossard. I'd rather start them over both. As a left winger. As a right winger, there's no question I'll take Kudus. Easily, I take Kudus. But he's never going to come to Arsenal Bro, Chelsea have a worse right winger than us. They're not even 10% of Saka's level. And he said no to them because he doesn't want to go
Can I ask
compete
you the
with
final
Neto.
question on this genuinely?
Imagine
Genuinely.
Neto.
Let me ask you the final question on this
That's
genuinely before we move on to Liverpool City, etc. Make sure you guys are liking as well. 1,800 people in here. We're not even at 500 likes yet. Close the live chat and like the video. I don't want to keep interrupting the show to say it, so just like the video. Ashraf, this is not out of the realms of possibility. Don't be in denial. What happens if Madueke goes to Arsenal and Nwaneri goes to Chelsea?
Why would I deny it? It could happen. If he wants more minutes. The reality is Nwaneri would be stupid to go to Chelsea because he's not going to get more minutes guaranteed there with all the players they have. But him, I don't think he'll win anything major, at least for the next 2 seasons, unless it's Club World Cup now. But I think there's a chance Nwaneri leaves. I don't think it's Chelsea. I think it's another club where he gets guaranteed time. But yeah, that 100% could happen. And if that, as I said, if that happens, at least 2 or 3 people should lose their job in the club. Arteta should be first, in my opinion, because again, he gets the first say, he gets the last say, whichever it is. If Arteta says, I don't want Madueke and I want Nwaneri, I guarantee you Berta doesn't force this move. But I'm not absolving Berta from blame either. It's just ridiculous, man, honestly. If we end up losing one of the best talents in the league.
Can I ask you one final question as well? Who's your current number 14?
Nobody. I know where you're going with this. Nobody.
Man said Thierry Henry. You are such a little fraud, Wolfie. You're the biggest rate baiter on this.
They'll give him 23 or 20 something.
Honestly, if they give Madueke 14,
man. They gave
I
it to Nketiah. You
swear
know
to God.
Yeah, but in Nketiah, they probably thought he's going to be a decent striker. He played with us from a young age. All that kind of stuff. Academy. It's not the same. Nah, but they will not give 14. If they give 14 to Madueke, honestly, bro, I think relegate us. Relegate us for a year. Let us be humble.
Yeah, but it's
Let us learn
available. That's what you're missing out here. Players get attached.
I genuinely think they'll give that to Gyokeres. I'm not going to lie. Because I don't think people are saying give him the 9, but I don't think Arsenal would do something that disrespectful of taking the 9. Jesus. I don't think they will take it from him even if he's injured. I think they will give 14 to Gyokeres, which is
I
a
think
good
they
move,
give it to Madueke, man.
I think they give it to Madueke.
You guys think that for the banter's sake, not for logic.
Oh,
Not
not
because
for
of
logic.
logic.
I think it
man.
makes sense.
Yo,
There's
didn't
no logical
Theo
reason you
Walcott
guys
have
have
it
what
as
they're
well,
doing.
man?
Ashraf is mad.
But again, Theo Walcott proves my
His
point.
head
That's a player
is
who
gone.
seemed like
Ashraf's head is completely gone, chat. I promise you, I
Habibi, my
know.
head is gone.
up like
Wait.
this.
14.
14.
My head
14,
is gone. But you guys are also just saying things for the sake of the show to entertain people. You know you'll not get 14. Wallahi you are. Uqsam billah you are. Both of you are. Wallahi al-azim you guys are.
Look at the 14s you had after Henry. Walcott. Theo Walcott, man.
Walcott wasn't bad. What do you mean?
Nketiah, man.
Walcott getting 4.
And then
By the way,
Madueke.
Walcott, when he was 16, we all thought he's the next Henry. Obviously, he never even came close to that. But at that time, remember when he scored the, was it Champions League or the League Cup, Hussam? When he scored that goal, Champions League goal, when he ran all the way across the pitch at 17 years old and dribbled past 4 Liverpool players and scored and set up that goal for Adebayor. At 16, 17, we thought Walcott is that big thing. By the way, even
That's
England
how deluded you lot are. You jumped from a 16-year-old.
I understand. No. There's a difference.
Give him the shirt.
There's a difference. By the way, I do think a lot of Arsenal fans overhype their youngsters like they're crazy. They're talking about Nwaneri being in the same breath as Jamal. Like some people are actually doing it. So yes, we do that crazy stuff. I agree. But even those deluded Arsenal fans, and you guys have mentioned, for example, Igal. Like I'm not calling him deluded, but he's always supporting whatever the club does. Even these Arsenal fans are tweeting saying, "What the hell are we doing? Say no to Madueke."
Lee Gunner's
like
not.
Imagine.
Lee Gunner's not.
Yeah, because he's trying to rile up people. That's he makes money that way, right? Like he wants to always go against the grain.
On his football opinions.
Yeah. I don't think he is. I think he does that for just a show. That's it.
I don't think he's trying to rile up people. I think he fully believes what he says. But
he
anyway,
I promise he doesn't. There's no way. I don't know him, and I can tell you for sure he doesn't, because he knows how to milk a different niche. This is a different niche where people get attracted to it. So that's how he makes his money, Superchats, all that kind of stuff. It's not logic.
I think
I don't think it's a niche, because I think he just believes what he says. I think he's fully had enough of Arteta now. That's it.
No, okay, then he's deluded. Then he doesn't know football.
No, he's not, because you're missing the point.
No,
right?
he is, because criticizing the club is one thing. I criticize the club, but he will say, for example, there's a video of him saying, if we at least challenge, if Arteta at least challenges for the league, that is good. When we challenged for the league in 22-23, he said, "Who gives a shit? That's not good enough."
No, he
That
said
is a
silverware.
deluded
He
person.
said he didn't even take a Carabao
means-
Cup, bro.
There's a video of him, Wolfie, saying challenge
No, it's
only,
clips. So you're
not
talking
win the
about
league.
clips. So you're talking about clips, which are always out of context.
There's a whole video of him saying that. Stop lying. He's doing this for clips.
You
That's
just
it.
gave me a 10-second line of what he said, and now you're saying it's a whole video, bro. All I'm saying is you're missing his logic. His logic is if Arteta's about to burn your house down, then gaslight that house and burn it down quicker. Bring Madueke in, he messes up. If you're not going to win the league, then this is fully on Arteta and you can get rid
Then
of it.
again, he's deluded because that's not how it works. We all today tweeted, say no to Madueke. And after that, a 50 million bid came. What does that do? You think the Kroenkes are sitting there saying, oh, Arsenal fans are upset. You know what? We'll pull it out. They don't give a shit. What do you mean? They'll do what they think is right. They'll do what the manager thinks
I don't
is
think
right.
the owners give a shit about a hashtag, but anyway.
They don't give a shit about the fans.
Some things do make a difference. Like maybe if it's like millions and millions of people, maybe 50 million to watch Madueke hand Gatorade cups to Saka is what the replica is saying. Big up to Muhammad who says Fab just posted Newcastle interest in Ekitike, Swedish flag. Hey, Newcastle got Ekitike. Dominoes are dominosing. That's all I'm saying.
They're not dumb. They're getting a striker replacement. Stop it. We'll come to that.
Sure. Ekitike would 100%
We'll come to that.
say
We'll
yes
come to
to sitting on Newcastle bench. You are correct. I'm gaslighting.
No, he
Big
won't.
up-
They had games. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of games to share. That's how you sell one of
No,
the
not shared. Callum Wilson and Isak started some games together.
Mm.
And Ekitike is better than Wilson, right? Apparently.
Big up Don the lads. I can't wait to see Lee Gunner tear Igal and you are damn over Noni. If I was Liverpool, I would test Arsenal for Ethan. Hashtag our number 20. Hey, if Ethan wants to leave and we need a backup right winger, let's go. I would call Arsenal all day and try to go get Nwaneri. Why not? You get me? Like that's the thing for me. So I would genuinely try for Nwaneri if he 100% wants to leave. Big
He's
up
only
to
got 1
Corey
year left of his
LXP.
contract as well.
Yeah,
1
it's a
year.
contract.
I think it's
situation.
1 year, yeah.
So you
Yeah,
could
1
get
year.
him out there pretty good price. If I was any top 6 club, I'd be all over that now. I'd be ringing
Probably
up.
20.
I'd be ringing up his agent and saying, "Get him out of there. Come here. Chelsea, Newcastle, City, Villa, just any decent team, innit?"
Yeah, also,
And at Liverpool, there is no more backup right winger. So literally, Carabao Cup games he starts, FA Cup games he starts. He could
But he
rest
already
more
starts that
on-
for us. He doesn't want that. That's also not enough for him. You know how many games he played last season? He played 37 or something like that. He wants
Yeah,
to
but how many
start.
of them were like 3-minute cameo at the end? Come on now.
He averaged 34 minutes per game, which I know is not the greatest, but for a 17-year-old, 34 minutes per game is not mental to think about, right? So if he goes to Liverpool, he's going to want to start half the games, which he's not going to get.
It's a World Cup year as well. Big up to Corey. He says he's okay holding bench. 50 million is sickening and could go towards Rodrygo or Eze. Yeah, exactly. And the reason why he's okay holding bench is because he's shit. Madueke, that is.
Shouldn't that tell you guys all you need to know? A player is making a move to Arsenal, a better club than Chelsea currently, and he's like, yeah, World Cup year, I'm okay sitting on the bench. Doesn't that also tell you the player's crap?
okay, but can't you spin that to say maybe Arsenal are lifting the floor on this one? This isn't a ceiling lifter. This is a floor lifter. Could you look at that? You're making your squad deeper and stronger because you guys always get
Only
injuries.
if
You always get
only
injuries.
if we sign, I agree, only if we sign Rodrygo and Gyokeres and keep Poneri. I'm asking you, Wolfie, do you think we'll do that?
I'm asking you to trust the process.
No.
No.
Just stop the banter for a
You
second.
already
Answer
don't
honestly.
trust it, yeah. He's Arteta out.
Then,
anyway.
do you think we'll sign Rodrygo and Gyokeres and keep Poneri while getting Madueke?
I think you could.
Forget Eze. Eze is a bonus.
I think
I'm asking
could.
you, do you think we will do it? I'm not asking if we could. We could also win the quadruple next season.
I don't
Do
know
you
what your
think-
finances are like, bro. I'm
Bro,
just sitting here
Rodrygo,
saying.
Alas,
I don't
he
think-
rage baited you.
Get out
He
there.
rage baited you.
He's rage
Anyway,
baiting.
Table now.
Listen,
Rodrygo nowhere.
1,800 people of you locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Another interesting topic I want to speak about next is this Rodrygo situation. Or actually, you want to know something? Let's talk about the Isak, Rodrygo, Liverpool situation. You get me? Because it's all interlinked as well. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Big up to all of you guys locked in. So, as the super chatter stated, obviously, Ekitike is now being looked at by Newcastle. That could be a certain domino effect. And news reportedly as well is that it's not just Arsenal looking at Rodrygo. Liverpool, according to ESPN Brazil and Graham Bailey, City are also looking at Rodrygo. Bayern Munich are also looking at Rodrygo. I'm asking you from outside looking in to start us off, Joe. Where do you think Rodrygo is headed? What do you think makes sense for him? Do you think he should leave Real Madrid? What do you think of this situation?
You know what? I think he'll stay. I don't think he'll leave Real Madrid. He won't go to Arsenal now. The fact that they're looking at Eze, the fact that they pushed the button on Madueke tells me straight away they're not going there. Graham Bailey, I wouldn't believe a word that man says, but hey, that's just my opinion on that. So I don't know what the other sources are, but yeah,
ESPN?
I think he's,
ESPN Brazil reported Liverpool have contacted his camp.
Okay.
German sources have said also Bayern Munich are interested.
See, I think, but out of them all, I think Bayern's more likely. Do you think Liverpool will pay based on what they've already spent this summer? Do you think they then go and push the button on Rodrygo as well?
Yes.
What about the striker though? Right, you're in for Ekatike.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Rodrygo and Isak, of course.
No. I think, well, Bayern want Diaz as well, to be fair. As Ali says there, they've spoke to his camp, haven't they? So maybe if you sell Diaz, but again, man, imagine, I know we're going to swing back here, but imagine if you did end up with Rodrygo, what that then does for Arsenal. It's a bit mad, isn't it? But he definitely won't go there now because Arsenal are buying Madueke out there. I think Eze could potentially play on the left as well, and then Madueke covers right and left wing, right? I don't know what happens with Martinelli and then Wanyeri, but I'm bringing it back to Arsenal. I know you want to switch it up, but yeah, I think if I was a betting man, I'd put all my chips on him staying at Madrid, if I'm honest. I think he stays.
LB, what do you think happens? And has there been any serious reports of City interested in him?
Nah, we ain't getting a winger, bro. I think Bayern should go all out for him, man. I think Bayern should go all out for him. If they have Kane, Rodrygo, Elise, and obviously I know Musiala's injured, but also I feel like they missed out on Wirtz, which for them is very embarrassing, given that they are the premier German club. They should have been able to get him easy. I think they need to make a bit of a statement now in the market. And obviously Musiala's going to be out 4 to 6 months. I see it, man. I see it. And I see people saying they want Diaz. Diaz is not good enough, man, to play for Bayern Munich, bro. He ain't that guy, man. They should be going for Rodrygo.
They've agreed personal terms with him, by the way.
That's mad, in my opinion. I don't think he's a Bayern Munich player. I don't think he's good enough for Bayern Munich. So yeah, I think he should go Bayern. But I think he'll probably end up staying at Real Madrid. I'm with Joe. I think he'll end up staying at Real Madrid, but Bayern should be the one that go all out for him. Because I think they need him. I think he'd be amazing at Bayern Munich. And that front three of Kane, Rodrygo, and Elise, that'd just be unreal. I feel like Bayern go and get Diaz, man. He's a decent player, Diaz. Don't get me wrong, mate. But he shouldn't be playing at Bayern Munich, man. I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool. Real talk. So yeah, we'll see, man. But I'm with Joe. I think he'll probably end up staying. I think he'll do one more year, and then if he doesn't play a lot of games next year or whatever, then yeah, maybe next year we'll go. Plus, it'll probably be easy to get him out because his contract will be lower. So yeah, I think he'll stay. But Bayern should go all out for him, man.
I think there is a possibility of Rodrygo joining Liverpool now. I think that's a possibility. I'm not ruling it out. If Diaz leaves, because according to the reports in Germany, Bayern are actually willing to pay 80 million euros for Diaz. That literally funds the Rodrygo transfer right there. Literally, just
why would
one.
they get Diaz over Rodrygo?
I don't know, but that's what's reported, LB. I can only go based off of like the Bayern reporters and shit.
He's not a Graham Bailey, bro. Like,
no, not
I've seen
Graham
Ashraf
Bailey.
put
No,
out
no,
better
no, no, no,
tweets.
no. Stop. Don't build your argument based on shit. It's not Graham Bailey.
You
Those
said
are
his
German
name.
reporters. The Diaz to Bayern thing is German reporters.
Okay, and the Rodrygo to
I told you
Hello?
two sources.
The Diaz
Graham
thing,
Bailey
man. There's loads
and
of
ESPN Brazil. So
I just don't think there's been enough signs that he's leaving. Like, didn't
okay,
his dad come out? Didn't his dad come out and say he's not going?
Both Eze and Rodrygo.
Huh?
Does anyone here genuinely think that Arsenal have a chance of signing Eze and Rodrygo same time, both?
No.
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 The
They
signing of
can.
Maduek
They
just
can.
skyrocketed
It's not
that.
beyond the realms of impossibility. If they sold Martinelli to like Sardia when he was linked and got rid of Trossard and a couple of kids, then yeah, they would have enough money to do it. It's not beyond the realms of impossibility.
Okay, I'm not talking about money, but anyway, regardless, it's a smaller chance. Now, if Liverpool, like, let's say, get Eze or Rodrygo at the left wing, I'd be happy with either one. I'm okay with Eze. I'm okay with Rodrygo. I'm happy with both.
But
Of course,
Eze's
I'd be,
not a winger.
of course, I'd be
He's
a
not
lot
a winger.
happier with Rodrygo, but hey, it's a different topic.
I don't know. I still think like his dad has said that he's not going, and it's ummak thumma abuk, and it's good luck to him going against that. So I think we need to see more substantial movement and noise. But for me, at the moment, it's just a little bit of smoke about him.
By the way,
Everyone's
Sasha Tavolieri as well reported it. Big up Ali, he just sent me this.
Who?
Sasha Tavolieri.
The Belgian one.
Yeah. He said Luis Diaz's situation could influence Liverpool's approach in the market, while Rodrygo, as explained on Saturday, made Premier League his priority despite Real and Nasser approach. Liverpool could move in for the Brazilian and compete with Arsenal if they end up losing Diaz, whom they are keen to keep yet. One to watch.
By the way, I
he's
genuinely
very
don't
good
think
with
you
the
guys would
Belgian
let go of
players.
Diaz. So I'm not gonna lie. I think Diaz.
Yeah,
stays.
but if Bayern pay 80 million euros and I can get Rodrygo,
I think
same
if
price.
someone offered something like that and you guys said no already, I don't think you guys will let go. I don't know why. You should,
they didn't
but I
offer
don't
80
think you
million
will.
pounds. They offered the club that offered before this was I think 65 million, not 80.
Maybe. I think
And
Diaz will
actually
probably
what was
stay.
reported, sorry, I have to interrupt you, but what was reported by Pipe Sierra, who was there on the Football Wars space on 3 a.m. and he broke the Diaz to Liverpool news 3 years ago. I was the host of that space. Big up to Pipe. Pipe said that Diaz wants to leave Liverpool. That's the difference now in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, but going back to the Rodrygo stuff, right? If Rodrygo is going, there is at least 3, maybe 4 clubs that would seriously want to look at him. Would we agree on that?
3, more like 7.
Okay, I'm saying at least. You know what at least means? Al aqal, right? If you want it in Arabic, right? So, but if that's happening, you expect his agent to be drumming up headline after headline after headline. Real Madrid as well, looking to get a bit of a bidding war going on to push up the transfer fee. I just don't feel that there's enough of that hype around it happening. I still feel a lot of this is driven by Arsenal fans. Opium.
What do you mean?
No, in general, just the general vibe of it, man. Like Gyokeres, people have been talking about him moving for 6 months, yeah? Loads of clubs were talking about him and what have you. This Rodrygo one just doesn't feel like it's got that steam behind it.
But why is
that energy.
Rodrygo to Arsenal or to Liverpool made by Arsenal fans? That makes no sense.
I'm talking so far in this transfer window. Who's been hyping Rodrygo up? The Arsenal fans. Would
Okay,
you
I'll
agree?
tell you something. Okay, let's say today, and I said this on the terrace, let's say today PSG beat Madrid 1-0 and Madrid are eliminated. Okay? Tomorrow,
Okay.
Madrid go home to Spain. Rodrygo's on the plane. He's like, fuck this. I'm not even playing any games of football. I want to leave. As soon as Rodrygo says he wants to leave, Liverpool are interested, City are interested, Arsenal, Chelsea,
Yeah.
Bayern, PSG, every club, literally everyone would want someone like Rodrygo at their
Forest.
football club. Now you will be presented with whole different projects and shit like this. By the way, I'm not even ruling out City getting him. I'm being very objective about this. Now I've got to go based off of what the sources have told us. The sources have told us that he prefers a move to the Premier League. So that puts the 4 Premier League clubs in a better position to sign him. By the way, I'm not even ruling out Chelsea. Chelsea got Champions League football. He could go there, be the main man. Never say never. Don't sit up here and act like Todd Bowley, the fucking psychopath, is not capable of doing like some crazy shit like this. So he is capable. Now I'm saying, based off of the reports, we sell Diaz for 80 and you go replace him with Rodrygo for 70. That's a no-brainer.
It's a
one's
no-brainer for
denying
Arsenal to get him as well, but we don't know if these teams will do these things, right? Like
It's a no-brainer for any team to get him. This is what I'm saying. It's all about his availability. And why does it take them going out of the Club World Cup to trigger it? We've just seen
That's
Madueke.
stupid.
Yeah, Madueke's talking while they're still in there. So it doesn't need him to say just like so if he plays tonight, you say, okay, khalas, everything's okay. No, his mind's made up one way or
just saying
another.
but you know what I mean. I think this transfer stuff with him will start when when like they just get eliminated.
It could.
Because right,
It could. I'm not denying
yeah,
your
because
kind of
Florentino
theory.
Perez is literally like watching all the games and shit. He ain't gonna be dealing. I don't know. It just seems like
Madueke is.
yeah, but what does Madueke have to do with it?
No,
Madueke is
I'm
not even
saying
starting in
they're
Club
still
World
in
Cup.
the Club World Cup. I'm just saying that it doesn't feel like it's a massive.
You make a fair point. You make a fair point. I hear you.
You
But
know what I'm saying?
you know
Yeah.
that, but the people have been saying like, okay, when Madrid, get knocked out the Club World Cup, they will start to open talks and stuff like this. Thing is, for me, if Rodrygo or Isak joins Liverpool, one off, it's over for you guys.
What about
So-
both? Is there a possibility where you get both? He didn't deny it off the bat. This guy's shameless. This guy's shameless.
Say that again, Wolfie. Say it again.
He didn't deny it off the bat, huh?
Say it again.
Oh, he's got double. He's gone with the double there. So, is there a possibility that you go for both Isak and Rodrygo this transfer window? And you can't say inshallah. Do
Possibility,
not
yes.
say inshallah.
Possibility, yes. Probability, no.
Okay, fine.
I think okay. This is me being objective right now. This is what I think will happen. If we do sign Isak, then 100% we won't get Rodrygo left wing. Then the left winger will be probably like Malik Fofana, 30 million type thing.
Don't
If
you
we
go
don't-
near my boy. He's coming.
Allow it.
Don't
Allow
you
it.
touch him, man.
Allow it. I promise you don't even know who Forrest is. Chill. And then we can go get what's his name? The Leon striker as backup striker, Miku Tadze. So those are the players right there.
Bro, stop
Oh.
fishing in my pond, man.
Brother, he'll play backup for me. Now, here's the thing with this conversation. I think there is a possibility where we go Rodrygo, Ekitike, Mikotadze, or a possibility where we go Isak, Malik Fofana, and like maybe someone like a Mikotadze, someone like that.
Is there a third
Anthony
possibility
Gordon's
where you
still
get
not off the books, by the way? Anthony Gordon's still not off the books. Leao not off the books. Barcola not off the books. No one's off the books right now. There is no clear 100% Liverpool forward target. There is
I
none.
think this birds thing has gone to your head too much, man. I
Yeah, is
really
there a
do.
possibility that you
Yeah.
don't get either one, Hussam? No Isak and no Rodrygo.
Yeah, of
I think
course
that's a
there's
big. I think that's the bigger possibility in my
Is that
opinion.
I was gonna say, is that more of a possibility than the reverse?
Here's
But
the
I
only
do
thing
think you will sign minimum
Here's
two
the only
attackers.
thing I have a
agree with
problem with you, Ashraf, is when it comes to
Okay.
Liverpool topic, you always like to undermine and gaslight. I'll tell you why.
you. Really?
Just
I
now-
said
Why
versus
is
the
it
best
you are?
Let me
enemy.
tell you why.
Gaslighting.
Let me tell you why. Just now we got breaking news. Newcastle are
Mm.
interested in Ekitike. If Newcastle
Yeah.
sign Ekitike, Isak is gone. Let's just
No.
everyone cut the bullshit.
No.
No,
No.
Oh, so why would they sign Ekitike? Tell me then.
him
because
on
they
the
lost
left.
Callum Wilson.
Gordon's
They
gone.
want someone
So-
better. They want someone to come in
So
and
they
replace
will
Wilson
They can put
and be
Ekitike
better.
on the left and sell Gordon.
So guys, watch their
That's
logic,
also
chat.
there.
Yeah,
That's
watch
also
their
there,
logic. Chat. Watch their logic. They would bring in Ekitike, who is a Chelsea target, a Liverpool target, targeted by some of the best clubs in the world, to play second fiddle to Isak at
that what I
Newcastle
said?
United.
Is that what I said?
You didn't. Yeah, he
I
can
said-
only.
I said
in-
you
Or,
can
in
Gordon.
front,
according to them, magically, Eddie Howe is going to change his formation now. Play with two up
How's he
top.
changing for Ekitike? Can
could.
he play on the left or not?
he can,
Oh,
and also he's
on the left.
He
Who
can.
plays on the left?
Ekitike, can he
But
play
if,
on the
what
left?
if what if Gordon leaves?
Anthony
What if
Gordon will
leaves?
sign a contract extension.
Okay, you
this
just
season.
said you might be in for Gordon, so the possibility of Gordon leaving Newcastle isn't
But
an
that's not the
impossibility.
possibility that I'm asking about. I'm
No, but
saying
that's what
if
we're
Hugo
saying the scenario
Ekitike,
is.
I'm saying if Hugo Ekitike joins Newcastle, most likely it's an indicator that Isak could be leaving.
I don't
Bro,
necessarily think that's
Newcastle
true.
don't have that pull. Why are you all talking like Newcastle are fucking Barcelona? Like they could just convince one of the biggest, like,
Well,
you
why are
know,
you
young
talking like you're
rising
Real
stars in
Madrid?
Europe to come join them play second fiddle. Allow it.
Why are you talking like you're Real Madrid? That's what I don't get.
Compared to Newcastle, we're Real Madrid.
Compared to Newcastle, you're Real Madrid.
Oh, compared to Newcastle, yes.
Compared to Real Madrid, you ain't Real Madrid.
They just won their first trophy in 70 fucking years.
Bro, you
bro.
signed one
Bro.
player and suddenly you think they're just queuing up outside your door. Me next, please.
Listen,
Like, get real.
I'm telling you, I am getting real. I'm being
You're
very
not,
real.
bro.
with it.
You just given us a shopping list of about 600 million pounds, yeah? There's a possibility that
Where is
all
the
of these.
600 million? Where's the 600 million?
How much Ekitike?
Ekitike, 70 million, 68
How much
million.
is
Actually,
Rodrygo?
Rodrygo
How much-
reported.
Man, Ekitike has been
Rodrygo
put at 90 million. 70 million for Rodrygo. How much
I mean,
is...
Rodrygo reported 68.
oh, okay. How much is Isak?
Isak 120 to 130.
Man, don't give me your 120
They will not sell. Don't tell us
dinars,
what
man.
you want
I'm
to
not
give.
doing dinars here, man. I'm talking cash, sterling.
Did you
To
just say I'm
get
not
to the
doing dinars?
table, yeah, to get to the table, I'm talking
Did you really
I'm
just say I'm not doing
dinar
dinars?
libi, Hannah. I'm talking dinar libi, Hannah. So you can bring up whatever you want, right?
I'm lost as well now.
He just said I'm not doing dinars, chat.
Yeah,
just said
libi,
I'm not doing dinars.
libi, dinar libi.
How much of a fraud this guy is? How
show me
uneducated?
the dinar
I
libi.
think they'll ask for at least 150 million for Isak, 140
this?
million.
On your head.
When did I say okay? Put Libby now.
on
Go
your
on,
head.
fraud. Go on, put Libby.
head.
Yeah, the
No
screen
one cares
comes
about
off.
Libya. No one cares about
You
Libya.
can't get to the table for Isak.
No one
unless
can
there's
name
150.
two Libyan cities. Anyway, so
I generally do you, because you're saying first of all, I definitely don't gaslight. I don't do this Wolfie game. No offense, Wolfie. I don't gaslight
What
people.
the fuck? So when I
Secondly,
defend you about giving your opinion, you throw me under the bus.
sorry, man. But honestly, Hussam, I also think you're not like you're reading reports that you want to believe and you want to makes you feel good. No, because you never once spoke about David Ornstein's article where he said Isak showed no intention of wanting to leave. Newcastle have no intention of selling. It takes minimum 150 million just to start the conversation. You've never once made a video about that or reported about that or spoke about that.
He gives us
And this is the most credible journalist in the world.
Exactly. The problem with this is what I have a problem with. Every single person, like you and Wolfie in this current moment in time, will take a reporter's word and take it for gospel. When I said the same thing about Eze and Rodrygo, people were like, Ornstein said Eze and Rodrygo are separate deals. Yeah, we know they're separate deals, but objectively, logically dictating, it's not going to be Eze and Rodrygo to the same club because you're not going to have Eze sitting on the bench and you're definitely not going to have Rodrygo sitting on the bench. So
I gave you logically...
Can I land? I gave you guys the argument last week and you were like, no. But Arsenal play a lot of games. So if I'm selling it to Eze, I'd be like, yo, we play a lot of games this season. So if Odegaard gets injured, you will start. And if Rodrygo gets injured, you will start. I'm sure Eze is so excited to play third round.
No, I didn't say
We're in the whole Marcus Gay debate again, yeah, because we all know how that went for you last week.
I take what the reporters say, and I at least use my reasoning. I use logic, and I try to create a debate, and I try to be objective about it. Not everything the reporter says, it's not gospel. It's not.
Sam, before Ornstein released that article, we were saying this is why logically Isak will probably not leave. Not because he wants to stay at Newcastle for life. Because I don't think Newcastle have any incentive, especially with Champions League football, to sell their main asset. It's been reported many times, but even if you don't
right now, it's Wednesday, the 9th,
brain tells me.
so it's the 9th of July right now, 8:15 Jordanian time, 6:15 UK time. You are making the claim that if Liverpool offered 130 million for Isak, that Newcastle would reject it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they'll reject it.
Okay,
Yes,
no problem.
correct.
Let's agree to disagree. I think they'll accept it. That's me.
Okay, cool.
Fair.
Okay, that's just me.
Next time you talk about me and Ashraf bringing out.
You say the only players in the world that are worth 150 million plus is 3 players on the whole planet. Yamal,
That's not
Haaland,
true.
Mbappe.
That's not true.
We
Any
don't-
player is only worth what someone's willing to sell him and buy him for. Okay, so you can go on your transfermarket.com all you want, bro. That means nothing. Madueke is not worth 50 million. Madueke is not worth 50 million. He's worth at best 25.
Yeah, he's not, and that's why we're calling out Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. You're backing my point up, bro. You have to pay to get certain people more than they're worth. It's like a house, man. You only sell it at the price someone's willing to buy at. That's the point here.
Yeah.
That's the point.
You bid a crazy amount for Verts and it got rejected
the house can't stop showing up to training.
What?
A footballer is not a house because the footballer can kick up a fuss.
The analogy, man.
Yeah, but
The
there's
house
no,
can
again,
open a transfer request.
Assam, show me the indication so far you've seen, forget reports, from your own eyes, that where Isak has shown that,
Bailey.
yeah, I am going to stop training. I'm
just using reasoning and logic. If
There's no
Liverpool
reasoning.
Okay, reasoning and logic is Newcastle are not that guy to have Ekitike and Isak in the same team, number one. Number two, if Isak has an offer from Liverpool Football Club,
They're
who
not
are
that guy.
either... I'm saying, you ask me a question and 3 words in
You know who their owners are, yeah, Hussam. You know who their owners are.
How can you understand my
They're
logic?
not that guy. They're actually more that guy than any of our clubs. If they want to go crazy, they'll say, Wallah, you will not get a player.
Newcastle... Okay, now you want to have a deep conversation because you're asking this question. Newcastle cannot do what Manchester City did 15 years ago because of the rules now. If it were that easy, when Saudi took over Newcastle 3 years ago, they would have already went and signed all these players, but they can't. There is a reason why Newcastle had to get Champions League football and couldn't spend money last summer. Even though their owners are that guy, the rules doesn't allow them to be that guy fully. Now, back to the topic, since we did unnecessary deviation. If you have someone like Liverpool speaking to Isak, I'm being completely logical here. I'm talking from his perspective. You have the chance as a 26-year-old striker now to go play for a club that is favorite to win the Premier League and in serious contention to win the Champions League. You're telling me that he won't be tempted by that. And I've always maintained this. I've only said Isak has like a 20% chance of joining Liverpool, maybe 25% chance at the stretch. I've never said 80%, 90% likely. I've never went OTT. I've just kept it completely normal. 20%, 25%, that's it. I've not said anything crazy. There is a 1 in 4 chance that if we give Isak a contract he likes, and if we speak to him and if we offer him a project like, yo, Mo's leaving 2 years from now, you're going to be the main guy, etc., maybe he might be tempted to join. That's all I'm saying. And if you tell me the same thing with Rodrygo, I'd say the same thing. And if not, we can go get Ekitike, Malik Fofana, Mikotadze, and I don't mind because I'm happy with all 3 scenarios.
So as it stands here, you're saying 25%.
And I'm getting better as a champion already.
Why is it Newcastle have to sell? This is the bit I don't get. Why do you?
But
think
we are
Newcastle
selling Diaz Nunes.
No.
Why do you think Newcastle have to sell? Yeah, why do they have to sell him?
I think Newcastle have to sell based on FFP and PSR. Newcastle now, in order to take that next step that City did, have to remain a Champions League consistent club. The logic,
and are they more likely to do that with or without Isak?
Without Isak.
Yeah.
Easy answer.
No.
100%.
Hassam, how much do Newcastle have to spend this summer?
I'll tell you why without
how much do they have?
Guys laughing. Let me break it down. Liverpool sold our best player at the time, Felipe Coutinho, and we all thought,
don't give me this bullshit.
We took that money, spent it on Alisson and Van Dijk. Newcastle do not target winning the Premier League maybe for the next 3-4 years. So if Newcastle have an unbelievably successful project, they'll win the league 4 years from now, 3 years from now, at best. In this current moment in time, if you want to remain a Champions League club, you don't need A-star level players. This guy's club was in contention for the Champions League. Aston Villa, Chelsea, they don't have A-star players. They don't. They have A-level players, B+ level players.
That's why they cannot do it consistently.
Teams you just mentioned got Champions League.
Guys, this is how I know, chat, they're not even listening to what I'm saying because they're just
trying shit.
Listen to my point. If Newcastle take that, let's say 140 million. Let's say Newcastle take that 140 million and spend it on 4 B+ level players. Like they go get Anthony Gordon level players, Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon level players, etc. They improve their squad, therefore maintaining their place as a Champions League club, therefore eventually making the money to now become a Premier League winning team and spend that money on getting A-star players, which now leads us back to the original point, full cycle. Newcastle already got Champions League football 2 years ago. They couldn't make it the year that they had Champions League football because they did not have the squad. And that's my point.
Couple of things. So for starters, we had this discussion yesterday and David destroyed that argument for you because the example you give for Liverpool, there are many other clubs that sold star players for 100 million plus and did not recover from that. That's one. Secondly, you said if Newcastle spend 140, 150 million to get 4 players, that's better for them, correct? That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Why can't you do that right now without selling Isak?
Exactly. Didn't they just sell long
they bought Ilanga just now. Okay.
Yeah, so why can't they spend that 140, 150 million and get 4 players anyways?
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Without selling Isak, I think Newcastle can sign Ekitike, Ilanga, and probably a goalkeeper, and that's it. End of window.
No, but how much do they have to spend right now without selling Isak?
I think Newcastle's budget is somewhere around 120 million.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, one sec, guys. I'm reading it right now on Forbes.com. They have 150 million pounds to spend this summer without selling Isak. You're basically saying.
What did I just say? I said around 120 million. So close enough.
Exactly. So why would they need to sell Isak when they have 150 million to spend anyway?
50 for Ilanga. How much is left?
But they don't need to pay 70
but they
million for
haven't
Ekitike.
sold yet. They will
And they haven't
sell.
sold.
Let's just
Yeah.
go. The problem is these guys pick and choose when they want to go based off of reports. Let's say they
Oh
sign
my
Ekitike.
God. The problem is
Okay,
with
they
your
signed
logic.
Ilanga for 50. Okay, now there's 100
Yeah.
left. Let's say they sign Ekitike because
Bro,
that's what's reported.
Stop.
I'll
stop,
explain to you. I'll explain to you.
stop.
Yeah,
Wait,
we'll go with that. We'll go with
please,
that.
Ashraf,
Okay,
1
we'll
second.
go with that.
Go ahead.
No, Ashraf,
Newcastle fans themselves will tell you one of their
No.
priorities
you
is
don't
a
understand
goalkeeper.
PSR. I'm
They
sorry,
go
you don't
take the rest of
understand
the money and
PSR.
sign a goalkeeper.
You do not
Now what?
understand PSR. Them spending 50 million has meant they've only spent 10 million.
Exactly.
You do understand
Habibi,
that, yeah?
I know that. I know what you're saying, but
What
because
Benny?
you pay it
No,
over
you don't.
installments. I know this. No, don't act like you said something
No,
smart.
it's got nothing to do with the
It's not
installment.
10 million from the 150. It's 50 million from the 150 and 10 million over a 5-year period.
That's the PSR, bro. That's the difference here, man. You think, because I saw Ashraf say, you think FFP and PSR are two different things for a start.
What?
That's what you said yesterday. I saw it yesterday, bro. You said there was
Yes,
3 reasons
financial
was going to
fair
happen.
play.
Reason
Because
1,
there's the European
FFP.
one,
Reason 2,
because
PSR.
Yes, because there's the European one and the Premier League one.
Yeah, but you weren't talking about that.
No, I was.
Okay, I'm just clearing.
PSR
Just
is the
making
Premier
sure.
League one. FFP is the
But again, you haven't clarified why they would. Because again, to go by your thing, they spent 50 million on Ilanga, they spent 70 million on Ekitike, which I don't think they will pay that much. If they sell Livramento or they sell any other player, that's an extra
Exactly.
budget.
See how they're adding
We're
gifts
talking.
now?
We're talking about. We're
You
talking
said
about
without
money.
sales. Don't change your argument. Do not
No,
change.
I said no.
Not change.
Hassam,
By the
why-
way,
Hassam,
Martin, who's a City
Hassam,
fan, thinks they're not going to pay 80 for
Hassam.
Livramento.
Okay, now don't cut me off. Let me land now, please.
Okay, take a step
Don't-
back. No sale.
Hassam, no. I'm taking a step forward because you're intentionally So this is what you do, Hassam. When you're backed in a corner, you will change a sentence someone said to try and win an argument. I said without selling Isak. I didn't say without selling any other player. But because you're backed into a corner, you're changing it to you said without any sales. I never said that. If
Okay,
they don't sell
no
Isak,
problem. Many City fans don't think they're going to pay 80 for Livramento.
Okay, forget all that. Forget it. Let me ask you one simple question, right?
Same thing.
How
Same thing
mu-
you say about Isak. City
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
they pay
no,
80.
I'll let Wolfie go. That's not what I was
for
saying.
Livramento, it's the same exact thing.
Wait.
I'll let
Saying
Wolfie
without
go, then I'll be
selling
back.
Isak. I'm saying without selling Livramento. Tomato.
Okay, wait. You said you don't think Newcastle win the title this year, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. How much do they need to spend to be in a top 5 race this year?
In a top 5 race, given that they have to.
How much do they need to spend, or what extra players? Either one, I don't mind.
Okay. I think in order for them to remain a Champions League club, they need to avoid the mistakes that they did last time, which is improve their squad. Because
by how
by
much?
buying players. Now, because
How
you're
many?
Newcastle cannot sign Rodrygo. They cannot sign these level players. So they have to look at the levels below. Here's what fucked up Newcastle.
Why didn't it help Villa then?
No, bro,
Okay,
would
let
you
me
just
tell
answer
you.
the question, bro?
Mbuemo said fuck off to Newcastle. Cunha said fuck off to Newcastle. All these Premier League proven players, which is the smart thing, Newcastle should do that. They should try to get Premier League proven players. They all said fuck off to Newcastle and they went to Man United, Spurs, whatever it is, right? They went to the bigger clubs. So now they're forced to even look at the tier below. So instead of them looking at the A players, they're looking at the B plus players. That's why they went
to more expensive. Which are more expensive, the A list or the B list?
More expensive, the A list, of course.
Okay, so if they're shipping in this B list, would they need more or less money to buy these players?
They would need less money to buy these players.
Less money.
Exactly.
So they've already got available about, say, another 100 million. Yeah.
How much do
they
million available? 100%, they do.
Okay, so how much do they need to spend to not guarantee, but on paper guarantee that they're in a top 5?
Guarantee they remain a Premier League club. A Champions League club. Yeah, I would say minimum they need 4 more players. No exaggeration.
So say roughly 30 to 40 million per player. We're talking. So we're about 120 million there. Would you agree?
Yeah.
No, because even Ilanga costs 50.
Okay, but then we're going to get into the PSR amortization.
No, I'm not talking about PSR or FFP.
Oh, okay. Let's say 150.
Talking about the summer budget, Ilanga costs 50. Let's say they even get Ekitike for 50. No problem. So that's 100 already.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think they can't afford this team without selling Isak? That's the question.
No, I don't think they can get 4 more players without selling Isak. They have to sell either Isak or Gordon. One of the two.
Oh, okay. So now it's Isak or Gordon.
No, but I've always maintained
so
that
they couldn't sell Joe Willock They couldn't go and sell a
No,
Livramento.
but they can do that because they're trying to sell Sean Longstaff. Even Joe will tell
Yeah,
you.
they sell
They've
him on breaking
rejected it,
news.
man. They've
sold-
rejected
Those
the
players
12
don't
million
raise
pound
money
bid.
like that. How much did they reject? Wasn't it 12
million.
million?
12
Yeah, so how
million.
much are you gonna get by
What do
selling
you get
Longstaff?
12
But
million?
doesn't that tell you that they're not desperate for money? Then, if they're that desperate, someone
He's in
like
his
Longstaff
final
was
year
not-
as well. Final year.
Yeah, so that means if they're
final
that
year.
desperate, they would have easily sold them for 12 million because he anyways is
No,
useless
but
for
they
their
value
squad.
him at higher. That's a different debate.
No, but for 1 year left, you're going to lose him for free anyways. I don't
Yeah,
think that's the case. Hussam.
More than 12
And by the way,
million.
Hussam mentioned one thing and he just brushed it off. He's like, learn from their mistakes and build a better squad. Villa did that. How come they finished outside the top four?
Villa, actually, I'm so glad you mentioned that point. Villa got to a quarter final of a Champions League, and if it wasn't for Man United robbery at the last Premier League day, would have actually made Champions League football even with
No,
Champions
don't give me robbery. Even before that, they should have secured top four, and they only came into the top four conversation towards the end.
You asked a question, so let me answer it, please. Don't the problem is with you and Wolfie. This what you do. You think you got me in a corner, but I'm punching you both. This is Eddie Hall.
It's you are in a
Really, man,
corner.
I'm
Eddie
bruised
Hall
so
versus two
heavily
kids
here.
in the MMA thing. The
What-
problem
what-
with you
Problem
is,
with you,
and Wolfie does the same thing. You ask a question, 3 words directly interrupt. طب مالي- You can't even comprehend.
Your answer is longer than a book,
Villa-
bro. What are you
Villa-
saying here?
The reason why Villa have a stronger contendership of remaining as a Premier League club is proven by the season despite their failure. On the last day of the season, even though Villa played 2 games a week until April, not 1 game a week, they were literally 1 result away from getting Champions League football. They did not get it in the end, but think of what I just said. Now, imagine reverse scenario. Imagine
Still going.
Aston Villa played 1 game a week this season, and Newcastle played 2 games a week this season, same exact teams. Newcastle finished outside top 5. Logically, we can deduce this, and Aston Villa would finish in the top 5.
No, you
Logically.
can't deduce that. Yeah, you
And
can't.
that's why Aston Villa went out in January because they needed a better squad and got Rashford on loan and got Asensio and got players like this because they needed a better squad because they're competing on 2 fronts. And
Okay,
that's my point.
Listen, I have to go, so give me a yes/no answer. If Newcastle don't sell Isak, do you think they can still finish top 5 next season? Yes or no? Please, I have to go.
If they don't sell Isak, I think they'll
If
find
they
it
don't sell
incredibly
Isak, do you think they can get top 5 next
difficult.
season?
Not yes or no. I think they'll find it incredibly difficult. I think they have a lesser chance
In
than
your
this.
opinion, if Isak stands there on the pitch at St. James's next season, do you think they can finish top 5? Yes or no?
Can they? Yes. Will they? No.
So you have Newcastle to finish outside the top 5.
Yes. With Champions League football and not improving the
Okay, who
squad.
are the
I think
5
they
teams
can-
ahead of them?
Say it again.
Who are the 5 teams ahead of them?
Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, and I think one of the other clubs that compete.
Which
for
one?
it.
Wait, which one?
And by the way, I wouldn't even be shocked if like one of the other clubs like surprises us or like
Who's
does
that
what
5th club, bro? I need to go. Who's that 5th club that finishes ahead of
Which
Newcastle?
one? Which is the 5th club? Yeah.
I think someone like an Aston Villa could finish above them easily.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, because they have a better squad.
All right, I'll see you guys next
I
week.
don't think they do, by the way. I actually don't think they have a better squad.
By the way, Newcastle starting 11 is very good. Their squad is shit. But anyway, let me just read these super
Is
chats
it?
for the wrap.
I gotta jump. Okay, set up.
Big up,
Big
big
up.
up.
Subscribe to Forest Fan TV. Anyway, let me just read these supers and then we can wrap up the stream. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. Please do hit the like button, do subscribe. Every time we have a conversation about Liverpool, that's why I don't like to talk about Liverpool with these rivals, because it's just always has to be like this existential conversation. We can't be objective about anything or logical.
Assam, you know I've praised your club. I said your favorites.
You can only sign Malik Fofana and Mateta, chat. Don't worry. When it happens, we will talk. Well, if we get a Rodrygo, here we go. Or if we get a Isak, here we go. I will drag my nuts across YouTube. Remember this day. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Big up to LB and Joe who were just talking in the chat. Anyway. Big up to Shugo who says, imagine Madueke opening Twitter. No one wants you. I'll be honest. If I'm like low-key, I feel bad for him as an individual. Imagine like looking at your phone and no to Madueke is fucking trending. Like that's just because we know they look at social media. Like, you know, that's the thing. That's
Someone DM'd him. Someone is sharing on Twitter, like DMing him and cursing the hell out of him. Guys, like, don't do that. Doesn't lacks class. Like we don't want him, yeah, but like don't go insulting him in his DMs. Come on. Like,
I agree. Big up the panel. Hope you lot are having a good day because Arsenal just fucked mine. Hashtag Arteta fraud watch. Hey, I love it. I love it. Long may it continue. Hopefully you go to Chelsea. Actually, there's a funnier scenario now. Arsenal could go try get Garnacho or some shit. Never say never. You get me. Big up Arsenal transfer. Whoever the fuck is in charge over there. Garnacho to the Arsenal. Let's go. If the attack is Rodrygo, Ekitike, Salah out of 10. 10? What the fuck you had to say? We got Salah and Rodrygo on the same team and you're asking me these questions. Come on now. Please have some shame and some decorum. Hussam, don't be shameless. What is more likely, Tino to City or Isak to Liverpool, and why? Isak to Liverpool is more likely because Manchester City are not willing to pay 80 million. What is so difficult to comprehend about basic logic? We don't know yet how much Liverpool are willing to pay. What if Liverpool and Newcastle get to a compromise on 140, 135, whatever? We don't know that. That's my point. But we know City won't pay 80 for Liverpool. Now what? They already said no to Newcastle's price tag. Done. Big up, though. Nothing rattles oppositions like Isak to Liverpool. They will find every excuse in the book to make it impossible to happen. It's just crazy.
That's not true. You guys are living in copium. That's it.
Sunra is saying, Assam, come to London and put me out of my misery. Listen, why, Sunra, why would I fly to London just to, beat the shit out of somebody, bro? If that was possible, I would have flown to Liverpool long ago to just beat the shit out of Tom Little. Big up, Tom, though. Why was no one having these debates every week when Arsenal wanted them? Different energy consistently. Wolfie shits on us signing anybody regardless. Yeah, I don't see the logic. Graham Bailey is a shit source. ESPN Brazil, blah, blah, blah. But Rodrygo to Arsenal, oh my God, if Arsenal join Rodrygo. We're a better club anyway. We have a better manager. We have better starting 11. We just fucking won the Premier League. We're contending in the Champions League literally every time we're in it. So allow it, bro. This whole, it's just Liverpool hatred is so forced because Liverpool are scary. That's the thing, Sean. Keep this in mind. We are sending spine-tingling statements to the rest of the Premier League.
Copium, serious copium. I think you guys can get Rodrygo.
Tyler Dibbling to replace. You want to know why we won't get Tyler Dibbling to replace? Because Southampton are taking the piss with the price tag. Same with the Livermento thing. Southampton want fucking 70 million for Tyler Dibbling. You think anyone gonna pay 70 million for that guy? Impossible.
By the way, I think it's actually more likely City get Livermento than Liverpool get Isak, because if Livermento wants to leave, Newcastle are willing to sell. They just have to meet on a price. But with the Isak thing, there's no clear indication that Isak wants to leave now, and Newcastle definitely don't want to sell. So there's more road blockers, in my opinion.
I remember this. Don't worry. Isak or Rodrygo. Please. We sign any of these two. We wait and see what happens.
No, Isak. I said Rodrygo can join 100%. Why wouldn't he?
No.
But I do think, by the way, I will say this here. I think if Rodrygo leaves Real Madrid and both of us go for him, I think we can make a case for him to join us, even though he should join Liverpool over us. But I think he would join Arsenal.
Yeah, I can make a case for Megan Fox to date me too. What 4 players should Newcastle sign to equate one Isak sale? It's not possible. Players would look to leave if they sell their best player. It's not happening.
Exactly. This is Bruno Guimaraes should leave.
I explain this and I feel I'm just making such a basic point and people keep ignoring it. If Newcastle want to remain a Champions League club, they need a better squad. That's why the first time when they were in the Champions League, they fucked top 4 up because they did not have the squad. The problem is, who's back up to Isak? Fucking Callum Wilson. Who's back up to Anthony Gordon? Harvey Barnes. Who's their backup 3 in midfield? Oh my God, Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, and Joe Linton is such an amazing midfield. Correct. When one of them gets injured, who plays? Sean Longstaff. Or the other fucking Longstaff, or whichever fucking Longstaff they've got at their academy, or Lewis Smiley from the academy. So I'm making such a basic point that's so understandable.
If no, it's not, because we agree with you.
Know something? You want to know what makes Newcastle better? Newcastle signing Norgard literally makes them better.
Yeah, I mean, we agree with you, but that's the thing.
Wait. Because if Newcastle have to go away to Atletico on a Wednesday, but they're playing Leeds at home on a Saturday, they can beat Leeds with Norgard. They can.
Guys, here's the difference. Hussam, again, is just saying things he wants to say. I agree with Hussam, they need to build a squad. What Hussam is refusing to accept whatsoever is they can build a squad while keeping Isak. I'm saying
I
they
never,
can build a
I never
squad.
didn't acknowledge
I'm
that.
saying they can build because you don't bring it up in your point.
I did
I'm
not
saying
acknowledge that.
I'm
Don't
saying
lie.
they can build a
I
squad
said they
exactly
can,
as
but
I'm
not
saying.
make it better enough to be Champions League club.
I think they can make it 150 million is enough to make a squad good enough to stay in the Champions League while
They
keeping your
literally
current
need a
players,
starting keeper as well.
while keeping Isak as well. Again, a starting keeper, bro. You can get a keeper for like freaking
And
5,
they
10
need
million
defenders,
from
by the way, as
another
well.
league.
That's another thing they need. They need so much. You don't even know the Newcastle situation.
Hassam, they can get that for 150 million, especially if they sell some of the other French players like a Longstaff, like a Willock, like
Okay, guys,
if
he's
they do
right.
agree
They're
on
going to
Livramento.
sign a left back for 3 million and a centre back for 1 million and another centre back for 1 million. He's correct.
No, I'm
They're
not saying they'll sign a left back for 3 million, but
I'm
they can
sure
get
by
left backs for
signing like a
cheaper.
centre back for 1 million from the Austrian league, they can remain in Champions League.
Hassam, again,
I'm wrong.
okay. Can they get 4 players on 150 million or not? Or 3 players on 150 million or not?
3 players, yes, but that won't be enough to keep them a Champions League club. That's my point.
Okay, then after exactly correct. So I agree with you. Let's agree here, yeah. Once they get those 3 players, the other 2 players they want to get, they can get them from the sales of their existing players that they don't need, like Longstaff, like a Willock, like Livramento, if they are trying to get rid of him, which clearly they are.
Every player that you have mentioned, Longstaff, Willock, which I tried to explain to you. Yeah, have you put Livramento to the side? Longstaff, Willock, these players all cost like 10 million, 50 million, 20 million. Even if you sell like 3 of them, you cannot go get proper
But they don't. But that's the problem. You're not. They don't need to get a 40, 50 million player for a backup left back or for a left back position. They already have 2 very good centre backs and 1 decent backup. So their 4th centre back could be someone like a Mosquera. I know Arsenal are getting him. Dan Burn as a backup, he's okay. As a backup only, he's okay. I'm saying as a backup. That's why I said not as a starter. He actually started for them lots of games last season, including the League Cup final, if I'm not wrong.
I don't want to debate
Wait. Did he not start for them games and they finished top 5?
I don't want to debate this.
So imagine he's relegated as a backup. How much is Mosquera from Valencia?
For them the season where they qualified to the Champions League. He even scored against PSG. And then what happened? They finished outside the top 5. Hence my point.
That's what exactly. That's why he's backup. How much is Mosquera from Valencia that we're trying to buy?
30 million.
20 million? No, it's not 30. It's less than 20. 20 million, I think. You're telling me they cannot go to a club in La Liga and get a centre back like Mosquera?
You know what?
17 million.
Time will tell. Don't worry. Time will tell. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Because my logic is they have to sell one of Isak or Gordon, and we'll see. Khalas. If they don't, then you're right. Rodrygo is not better than Diaz. Hype job. Listen, I've always said this. If you take Mo, who's the best winger in the league, play him left wing, he'd score less goals. Rodrygo's been playing right wing all this time. Anyway, guys, let's get wrap up the stream here. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. This stream is going to take you over to the football terrace. That's where we're redirecting. But also, Joe is live. I just posted his link in the chat. He's live to talk about, funnily enough, speaking of Newcastle, he's live to talk about, Sean Longstaff to Leeds. You get me? Because Newcastle are going to be making so much PSR money by making 50 million on Sean Longstaff. So go join him on that stream.
Yeah, come over here, man.
Yeah, go over to Just Joe Football.
Terry doesn't need that love. I need it. So forget about the terrace. Come watch mine.
Listen, love to every single one of you guys. And I'm also back tonight at 11. Yalla. Peace out, Habibis.